Hey, what's going on YouTube? You got the Razman here with another episode of the RazMansReality. Sorry about my glasses there. I attempted to do something today that I've been wanting to do for a while, and that is establish a bit of an introduction for this blog/show. So, depending on how this is uploaded, you will find out if I succeeded in that. Also, had some major technical issues, as you're probably well aware of, with the last blog, and thus did not put up the CMA voting link for Entertainer of the Year and New Artist of the Year as I said I would, so I will definitely be putting that up in today's blog, I hope, barring any more technical issues. So please, once again, vote for Carrie. The CMA Awards taking place same time, same place as WrestleMania, which means yours truly has to solve a little bit of an internal conundrum as far as what he records and what he watches live at the time. So we'll have to wait and see what I do with that. We are going to do some wrestling talk and some sports talk, like I said, because it's been so long since we've done that. But really quickly, I want to address a person that is on the forums over at Comic Book News. And I told this person, he's a friend of mine, told him I would keep him anonymous in this blog, but me and him got into got into a heated discussion on Batman. As you know, yours truly is a Batman historian or aficionado, and we got into a discussion on Batman Beyond and whether Terry McGinnis is actually considered Batman because he only exists in the animated universe. Well, considering how the Justice League later revealed Terry McGinnis to have Bruce Wayne's DNA, I don't think there's any doubt that he was Batman because he ended up being Bruce's illegitimate son. Some people want to discredit Batman Beyond. They don't like it. People want Bruce Wayne, yada yada yada. But I think it is probably the best Batman animated series that there ever was. It's a different take. Bruce Wayne takes on the full role of mentor, and instead of seeing a Robin or a Nightwing or a Batgirl, we see what it's like for another person to put on the Batman suit. And Terry grows tremendously as a human being throughout the show, and the futuristic take on Gotham is something that I absolutely love. So that's my take on Batman Beyond. It's very real, especially if you take it for what it actually is. And for those who say that it was only in the animated universe, there are a few comics and graphic novels that center around Batman Beyond. Not too many, but there are a few out there. So if you look for them, you can find them, and that will discredit that. Now, Chad Johnson officially changes his name to Chad Ochocinco after all the legal reasons the NFL didn't want him to do it last year. So we as Bengals fans can only hope that it translates into better play on the field. Also in the news, Curt Schilling retires as of today, being Monday when this blog is done and will be posted. So I wish Curt nothing but the best. Certified first ballot future Hall of Famer in my mind. Lance Armstrong, in a bit of an accident, more than a bit of an accident, apparently took a pretty nasty fall overseas in a biking tournament. So we have to hope that Lance is alright, considering what just recently happened with the tragic loss of Natasha Richardson from a skiing accident. Very, very similar things happening there. In wrestling, TNA really raising their bar, raising their game up, scoring record ratings the last 3 weeks, and Mick Foley versus Sting, with Foley taking back on on the Cactus Jack type of persona should be really, really entertaining to see where this goes. And it's getting close to WrestleMania, as we talked about in the onset of this video, April 5th, which means that it's time for me to go ahead. Excuse me, fans, got a little bit of sinus drainage, I apologize. It's time for me to go ahead and put out there my predictions for WrestleMania. So, Intercontinental Championship match, JBL versus Rey Mysterio. JBL will win this match and retire as Intercontinental Champion. That is what's supposed to be the big making history thing for JBL at WrestleMania. He's going to retire as champion, first person to do that since Trish Stratus, his back injury, have flared up on him, according to various news reports. So sorry if I actually spoiled WrestleMania for you rather than predicted it there, but I don't think that's a match that many people are going to be into, so there that is. Now the rest of these are just pure predictions, no news, no nothing to back them up. Chris Jericho versus the Legends, Ricky Steamboat, Roddy Piper, and Jimmy Superfly Snuka. Jericho will lose, and you'll see Ric Flair and Mickey Rourke both get involved in this matchup. Very pathetic way that this whole angle turned out with all the build-up they did on this. Mr. Money in the Bank this year, it's going to be MVP. I want it to be Christian, but that's not going to happen because of some backstage things going on in WWE. But again, I don't want to spoil anything else, so I'll leave it at that. MVP is Mr. Money in the Bank this year. The undisputed tag team championship battle between Miz and Morrison, Carlito and Primo. Come on. Miz and Morrison will win. Carlito and Primo wins. That would be a shock of the century type deal. And the Divas Battle Royal, I expect a returning legend to win. Don't know who that will be at this point. And that person will become Miss WrestleMania. And the world title and the WWE title. Triple H versus Randy Orton. I'm going to go with Randy Orton in this one to become WWE champion. And the world title, John Cena versus Big Show versus Edge. This is where the big, bold prediction on my part is going to come in. You're going to see Vicky Guerrero choose the Big Show. Big Show, through some underhanded means, is actually going to become underhanded means, meaning Vicky Guerrero is going to become the World Heavyweight Champion. Then you're going to see MVP as Mr. Money in the Bank come out and actually cash in the Money in the Bank briefcase and walk out of WrestleMania as World Heavyweight Champion. That could also happen with him in the WWE title, but that is my prediction, is this will finally be the year that Mr. Money in the Bank cashes the briefcase in right at WrestleMania and goes on to be victorious. With that, that is all the time I have for today. Hopefully I covered all the matches and didn't forget any. This is reality according to the RazMan. Please continue to comment, rate, subscribe, and remember that RazMan style, it's not just a catchphrase, but a way of life.